Turkish President Recep Tayyip Erdogan has arrived in Egypt for the first time in 12 years to strengthen relations. The relationship between the two countries has only recently started to improve after years of tensions. Erdogan and Sisi are expected to discuss trade and the war on Gaza. Well, ties between Ankara and Cairo hit a low point with the military coup in Egypt in 2013. President Recep Tayyip Erdogan publicly protested the overthrow of Mohamed Morsi and the appointment of Abdel Fattah al-Sisi as president. Things, though, began to improve in 2022 when Presidents Erdogan and Sisi met in Doha in November 2022 at the Qatar World Cup. 6 months later, the two countries appointed ambassadors to each other's capitals. And now, for the first time in 12 years, President Erdogan is visiting Cairo. He and President Sisi, as we were saying, are expected to discuss trade as well as the conflict in Gaza. Well, let's go to our correspondent, Sinem Koseoglu. She's following this for us from Istanbul. Sinem, what's actually led to this improvement in relations that we've seen?
Well, yes, definitely. We can call it the regional necessities pushed two leaders to recover the ties that have been strained for more than 10 years. Turkey, after especially 2019, had turned towards a more balanced foreign policy, which used to be Turkey's foreign policy rhetoric until 2010, when Turkey got involved with the Arab nations, Arab risings, and etc. But apparently, after the post-Arab Spring process showed Turkey that Turkey needed some of the neighbors, especially after 2013 military coup in Egypt. Since the GCC countries, mainly Saudi Arabia, the UAE, have supported President Sisi at that time, Turkey felt isolated because Turkey also had very strong, not only political, but also economic relations with Saudi Arabia, and the trade was about to be halted during the high tension times. Also, Egypt and Turkey are the first countries that have recognized Israel as a state, and they both have relations with Israel. But especially in the Eastern Mediterranean, when a new game was set up, when a new order was set up by an agreement between Egypt, Greece, Cyprus, and Israel, again, Turkey was out of the game. So especially to be present in the Eastern Mediterranean and to be able to preserve what Ankara has gained in Libya through the maritime deal signed with the GNA, the UN-recognized government, Turkey understood that they have to have a balanced and normalized relations with Egypt. Of course, Egypt asked Egypt had some requests from Turkey, like toning down the opposition, especially Muslim Brotherhood media in Turkey. And for the last one and a half years, we have seen that the media that have harshly criticized President Sisi has really toned down. But on the other hand, looking from Cairo's perspective, of course, Cairo needed this rapprochement as well because of the economic situation in the country. By the way, two countries had strong economic relations before the coup, and Egypt is seen as a gate for Turkey that opens the way into Africa. That's why it is very important to continue these ties. And also, because of the Abraham Accords and Al-Ula agreements, Cairo also felt that its political weight could be downside, especially after stronger relations between the UAE and Israel. And now the top of the agenda is the situation in Gaza, Israel's war on Gaza, the humanitarian situation, and Egypt is a key player, and Turkey wants to wants to be a mediator on the situation, and Turkey has been trying to evacuate people from Gaza through Rafah crossing, and some of them have been brought to Turkey for treatment. So Turkey is very sensitive about the Palestinian cause as well as Egypt is, and today two presidents are going to discuss these topics along with energy and trade. And just last week, Turkish Foreign Minister Hakan Fidan, who recently paid a visit to Cairo, said in a televised speech that Turkey is going to deliver drones to Egypt. This is seen as a sign of trust between the two countries because, after all, after exchanging so many reminiscences and everything, there was a big mistrust between Ankara and Cairo, especially between two leaders. But today we are seeing them together, and we have seen a lot of pictures that have symbols in it. But is it going to be a very, very strong relation? In Turkey, when you speak to experts, they say it's not going to be a very strong, very deep relation. But they will at least normalize. And the diplomatic relation between the two capitals is seen very important and vital, especially in the region that needs humanitarian aid, that needs stabilization, and that needs peace these days. Back to you.
Sinem Koseoglu there following that visit for us from Istanbul. Thanks, Sinem.